Dun, 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 dun.
What better way to celebrate Halloween, which it is today? I have no idea when we get this video up, but it's Halloween, October 31st of 2021 as I'm filming this. What better time to watch a trailer for a Christmas movie? I don't know, I'm like, well, you know, Christmas is quickly approaching, and my list seems to be building, because we're approaching that time, aren't we? We're approaching the period where, you know, the Christmas lights are now at the store, and you're like, we haven't even gotten to Halloween yet. Of course, you know, that was probably in September when they started putting those out. But anyway, we have new Christmas productions, including some, not as many this year, but a few from MarVista. I mean, granted, they could be quickly rolling because it's only October, like the tail end. So maybe in November they're just going to pile them on. Who knows? But MarVista, for those of you who are not familiar, they're a TV-based company. I've covered a lot of their films extensively on this channel, notably their thrillers. But Christmas movies are quickly becoming a big market for them. They had so many last year. And they've looked pretty entertaining. Well, I think, was it the year before? I think it was the year before. They've looked very entertaining. I've definitely enjoyed most of what I've seen. A Christmas Crush being my favorite. That one looked like a lot of fun. And you know, everybody has that tradition every year where you watch Christmas films. And so for me, in part, I'm looking at these films going, okay, you know, I got my set list of the ones that I watch every year, notably Christmas Do-Over. I cannot go a year without watching that movie. It's so funny. If you've never seen it, it's an old ABC Family film for the 25 Days of Christmas program. It's so great. And even other films like, you know, Snow Globe, The Sons of Mistletoe, I love those ones. Or even the Santa Claus movies. But I've seen a couple that, for MarVista, it's like, hey, I might watch those. You know, who knows? Now, I don't think, you know, some of you might know MarVista. I mean, if you've followed this channel long enough, you're probably familiar with the name. MarVista, I've said in the past, has been known for the studio that continues to spoil their movie trailers. So take a TV movie, average length about like 90 minutes or so, maybe a little less, maybe a little more, and they'll tone it down to about a 3-minute trailer. Again, maybe a little less, mostly usually a little less or under that. And they'll give you the entire gist of the plots. Now, that tends to be more noticeable with their thrillers, but it's appeared in the past in some of their Christmas movies. I hope they don't make the same mistake twice. Who knows? But we're going to start taking a look at a couple more of their films today. First, starting off, A Christmas Surprise. Oh, how sweet. I'm sure knowing MarVista, that might be in the form of a man. Who knows? I have no idea. But, like, romance movies. Because, I mean, I look at the poster, I'm like, well, the focal point seems to be, like, majority are women. And it seems like there's a couple in the background who looks like they might be getting married. So I'm assuming maybe the Christmas Surprise being like, hey, I met Mr. Right, which could easily work. I mean, it works for Hallmark, so it might work for MarVista. I mean, with Hallmark, it's like, well, they're all the same, but people keep going back for more. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the synopsis in terms of what you can expect for this new MarVista film. This is according to IMDb. A mother gets a Christmas surprise when her daughter announces she's engaged. Yeah, see? Now the holiday is thrown into chaos as she deals with her less than impressive soon-to-be son-in-law, his overbearing mother, oh boy, and an impending wedding. Let the drama and chaos ensue, but that is like right up my alley. I love reality television shows, and this kind of gives me a bit of that vibe where you're about, oh, family or, you know, like with, oh, you know, the wedding is approaching. I mean, obviously that's gonna be like a momentous occasion, I'm sure, by the end of the film, but all the chaos strewn about. I mean, I've seen it before in you know, of course, holiday films, but it's always funny when you see it again, even if maybe you're like, okay, I've seen this before, but what is MarVista's spin on this? Who doesn't love Christmas films over a bit of fun, especially in terms of family chaos? We're going to go ahead and watch the trailer for this first, and I'll talk about it more in my condensed review segment. Bonus watching the video together. Okay, it's interesting to get back on Christmas films. I don't know. I didn't check out like any last year because I just got so delayed with stuff, but we're back to the holiday season. It's quickly approaching. Here we go. Let's take a look.
Well, it looks like somebody has a last be stocking. And my daughter's name is Brittany, and I'm gonna need that stocking.
My name is Belinda, so not happening.
She'll be all right.
Tanya.
I have some news to share. I am in love.
When do we get a chance to meet him?
Cute performances.
Tomorrow. Rise and shine, baby. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, and the day is almost over, honey. You did not tell me he was coming this early.
Mother, my best friend.
Pleasure to meet you, Miss Hamilton. Yeah, I'm not trying to buy her approval.
Approval for what?
For getting married on Christmas.
You best be.
Well, you certainly have the food. I don't know, maybe at least approval
You're
of the
gonna
cooking.
marry a guy that I haven't even met, doesn't go to college, and I'm assuming that you haven't met his family either? Not today, Satan. Not today. Mary, what did your mother think about this entanglement?
My mom was raised as royalty,
Okay.
so
I
impressing her
believe
isn't
that.
an easy task.
Cute place. Is it like a fixer-upper?
You know what? Why don't I show you to your chamber?
This is gonna be fun.
I'm allergic to dust.
Well, I am too. I get that.
They're gorgeous. They look so dry to me.
And no need to dress it up with unnecessary things, you know?
What's that wrong with a little zest?
There's a mustache to match
No.
your beard.
We don't know that guy.
You've got to trust the woman you raised.
Do you love him?
I do. A butterfly needs to spread her wings just a little bit.
Here's to your storybook of a journey. To the bride and boom!
Thank you. You can sit down.
The performances are a big draw. But it looks like a lot of fun. I mean, that's very interesting, too. I noticed this. I know I didn't mention it originally, but I haven't seen MarVista do many, like, team-up movies of other studios. But BET Films, obviously I believe the BET service, I haven't looked at a lot of their projects, but they've done a couple. I mean, that I've noticed at least, or maybe I put down on my list. But I've never seen any done in association with MarVista. Obviously, I would imagine that's because, again, this is a TV distribution company, and so that's why you're going to see, again, I would imagine, a streaming or television debut. That tends to be where most MarVista movies have ended up, or at least where I've seen them, is on streaming services, but they've done a couple, namely for Lifetime. But you can find a bunch of their films. I've seen a few on Netflix. Maybe there's some on Hulu. I have no idea. Tubi's also got a bunch, and of course, Tubi being the free service with ads. They've got a few, and they've been, fun. They are. I mean, again, they're lower scale. They're not Oscar winners, but hey, they're fun TV movies. And, to get yourself into the Christmas cheer, I mean, they do tend to have Christmas films with a real, either it's like a family drama type movie, or there's a feeling of romance. Or maybe it's done more comedically. They've had a good mixture, I think, overall. They had some really adorable films in the past. Like, I mean, A Christmas Crush was great. A Christmas Movie Christmas also looked like a lot of fun. This one looks very entertaining. The performances especially. I mean, I've never seen any of the leads before, but I think the comedy is hilarious. Again, you've got, like, the romantic vibe of, her daughter's falling in love, and who doesn't love that? I mean, again, that's traditional, holiday movie territory. But then you've got the mothers feuding. That should be a lot of fun. I mean, we'll see. I mean, that's more so what I'm excited for is the mama drama. Let's see how that goes. What are your guys' thoughts, though, of A Christmas Surprise? Let me know down below. Don't forget all the good stuff with liking, subscribing, and sharing that bell until we get to look at more holiday movies. Because, of course, it's the time for that, isn't it? I will see you guys where point that happens to be. But for now, thanks for watching this video. I love you guys. Remember, love your fellow man. God bless. And peace.